Hey, welcome, Harun. Can you hear me, guys? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Hi, Dan.
How are you
Hi,
doing?
everyone.
We'll just wait for other people to join, maybe for let's say 3 more minutes or four. So we make sure that we start together.
In the meantime, you guys can feel free to introduce yourselves. It's not a must. If you have any questions you'd like, we can be answering.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Harun, can you please, if you have the link of the form, the survey, maybe you'll be sharing in the chat. I'm not finding it right now. Like maybe if you have
Sure.
it, you can take it from the social post or I don't know in the group in the Discord group.
Yeah, let me have a look.
Okay. Yeah. Happy New Year to everyone. This is our first uh, event, our first session in this year, 2026. So happy New Year, guys. Yeah. Hope that this year you are very motivated to be a part. Um, mm, 2 more minutes and we'll start.
Please feel free to take the survey below.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Harun. And again, if you've just filled the French version, no need to fill the English one. I hope that this is the English version, Harun.
Yes, this is the English version.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So we have different languages. So if you want to fill, for example, in French, you just go in the intersect OSO or OSC or something in Twitter. So you'll see a thread with all links attached in the recent posts. I think you'll find the French versions and French, English, Spanish, Japanese, Chinese. I hope I've listed all. We had 5 languages. So you guys, if you want to maybe fill in Chinese, you just go in the Twitter and look for the preferred language you want to fill. If you've already filled the French version, for example, or yeah, another language, no need to redo it in the English one. Yeah, maybe we can start. Welcome everyone and Happy New Year. In this session, the today's session, we'll be discussing, or I'll be explaining the difference between uh, Ada and native token and how to integrate different role of native tokens. So yes, feel free again to ask any question at any time. You just stop or request to speak. We'll be happy to give you a place to ask your question. And again, we want this session to be very interactive. So feel free to participate. If you don't want to speak, you can just drop a comment, question in the comment section, and Harun or me will be happy to assist or to answer your questions. So I'll share my screen. I can see that I don't have a right to share. Just a second. Um, okay. Um, mm, Harun, I don't have a right to share my screen. Can you try to give me access? Or I think you are the host.
For this meeting?
Yeah. I'm not because I've changed my email address, so I'm not. I don't have a right to do anything on my end.
How can I give you access?
Good question. I think Tex was the right person to give that access, but right now, are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, I can share my screen.
Okay.
But what do you want me to share?
Unfortunately, it's not yet online. It's not
Let me
yet.
see. Let me see if I can get a hold
Yeah.
of text real quick.
Oh, okay. By the way, I think it's already online. Let me say. Let me check on it. Yeah. I think the merge was approved. You can go using this link. So let me just drop it in the chat.
Oh, you wanted me to share the developer experience report?
Yeah, just
Okay,
this
do
link.
that.
I've dropped it in the comment section. Mhm. I really don't know why I don't have that right to share my screen. Okay. Did you see the link in the chat?
Yeah, I've also shared my screen.
Yes, but I've just shared the link, the exact link in the chat.
Okay.
Okay. Tuck, tuck. Um, Harun, we can't see a screen. Are you there?
Oh, sorry. Let me.
I really don't know why I don't have that.
Can you see it now?
Yes, it's coming. Okay. So you can go to documentation Yeah, the developer experience working group. Again, open session 8.
I had also simplified this. I don't know if you saw the PR.
Okay. I saw it. We'll review it. Okay. Harun, thank you. I've just now text gives me the right to share my screen. Thank you. Text.
Awesome.
I'll share on my end. That will be very easier. Okay. Hello. Okay. I'm still having an issue.
You're muted, Dan.
Okay. Now, okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Good. So yes, as I said, the today's session will be about Cardano native tokens. So we'll have a lot of things to view today about native tokens. Mostly we'll talk about how it works, the value, and what the difference is between ADA and a native token, and what is a native token itself. So you may know what is a native token, but I'll maybe go deeper and let you really understand. There is a question. Okay. Sorry. So a native token are just a custom assets on Cardano that works just like ADA. So a native token is a token like ADA, but created by any user in the blockchain instead of like a protocol, because ADA itself was created by the protocol when the blockchain was launched, but a native token can be created by anyone. So key differences from ADA. ADA is a base currency created by the protocol. No user, it's not someone in the blockchain who created ADA. It was natively created when the blockchain was launched. And now the native token are a custom assets you can create. Anyone can create a native token. So that's I think the main difference between ADA and a native token. Only a native token anyone can create, but ADA was natively created by a protocol itself. So we can now see the difference. What is an NFT? NFT is also a native token, but it has a difference. Native token, NFTs are native tokens as well, with a supply of one each NFT. So how can we make difference between simple native token, unforgettable native token, and simple native token? The only difference is NFT you need to create only one each NFT. So when you are creating an NFT, you create one NFT at a time, and it only you can't say for example I'll send a half of NFT. You'll just say one NFT without like uh, how can I say it? You can't say I'll send a half of NFT because you need to send the full NFT, which is one. And when you are sending the NFT, you send the right and the ownership directly. But a simple native token, as we usually see on chain, you can send any amount. And again, when you are minting a simple native token, it must be greater than one, not one only. Because when you create one and with a decimal one, it will look like an NFT. But if you want to create a simple native token, you need to give a supply more than one, maybe 2, 3 million or 3 million or any amount. But both ADA and native token lives in UTXOs. I have a simple explanation of UTXO. We can't go deeper. I've just wrote it here to make us understand what is UTXO. Because we'll be using UTXO in the rest of the today's session. So UTXO is what they call unspent transaction output. Is a piece of value created by a transaction that has not been yet used. So when you see the UTXO, it are just unspent transaction. When in your wallet you have a UTXO, it's something which is not being spent. Once you spend a UTXO, when you spend a UTXO, you no longer have that UTXO. You maybe get back a new UTXO, but when you use you send or you use a UTXO, you send the full UTXO. That's a simple explanation of what is a UTXO. And again, key rules of UTXO, we have UTXO are fully consumed, as I said. New UTXOs represent a new state. New state means new values, new tokens, the full state of UTXO. And we have also changes are always return new UTXOs. When we call changes, we mean that when you've spent as UTXO, you've transferred the full UTXO on chain, and when you get back, when for example you are transferring 10 ADA, you send, if the 10 ADA was held in one UTXO, you've sent the total amount of 10 ADA because you've consumed the full UTXO. But if you wanted, for example, to send only 5 ADA, it's like you send the full 10 ADA on chain, and then the state, or we call it protocol, will create a new UTXO for you, which will be for example with 5 ADA. That's the new state of the UTXO. That's how it works. If you want to go deeper, you just drop it in chat. We'll maybe add it in our list of sessions. So quick references. When we call, we'll see aspect difference between ADA and native tokens. Issuance protocol defined. When the ADA was created, it was only a protocol who created ADA. No one decided on created ADA. I mean, so it was released when the blockchain was created. But native tokens, user defined via a meeting policy. We'll see what is a meeting policy down. So we have fees. ADA required when you're doing a transaction, you'll spend ADA as fee, but you cannot pay your native token as a fee in the Cardano blockchain. Someone want to talk? Okay. So So I unfortunately I can't see my screen. I don't know the screen. Okay, I'll just continue like that. So yeah, about the supply control. So the protocol control the rules. So the protocol rules control the total supply. If in the beginning we define, for example, Cardano, the total supply of Cardano is 45 billions, I think. So it was predefined in the protocol rules, but the total supply of the native token, you defined it in the policy when you are minting or you are banning. Yeah. Common usage of ADA, transaction fees, staking, buzz currency. For native token, we can use it as an asset, um, as a utility, or in the governance or NFTs. So I'll go quite quickly because if we go that way, we won't finish. Core concept, main concept you need to understand in the native token is policy ID and asset name. That the good the this is what represents the token itself. Only policy ID and asset name. Even in the Explorer, you only maybe sometimes we only just need this one, the policy ID and asset name. From this one, we'll get all information about the token. So how does it really work? Minting policy script, it creates a hash. Then the hash will be the policy ID. We'll get the policy. We need the policy ID plus the asset name, as I said here, to create a token identity, and then that will create a unique token that represent a unique token. Policy ID are network specific. Policy ID, if you created a token, for example, for in pre-prod or mainnet or preview, it will only be in that specific network. You can't use the same policy ID in the mainnet and pre-prod. UTXO structure, I've explained this. I can't go deeper because um, uh, it will take a lot of time to explain just this, but this is the structure when it comes for UTXO. We know that UTXO has an address. UTXO can has amount and an amount, ADA amount. It needs to have ADA amount, and then you can in the same UTXO you can have multiple assets. We can have multiple tokens. We can have any amount of tokens. When I say token one, token two, token three, I'm talking about the number of tokens, not the quantity. The quantity of token, this token one can hold maybe, you can see here policy asset with quantity, for example, 1 million. This can have 10 only, the other can have maybe, I don't know, any amount. So minimum ADA required. So when you hold an asset, you need to have a minimum ADA. Why? That's it's simple because when you are doing a transaction of that token, you need to pay fees for that transaction. So you can't just hold a token without any minimum ADA. That's why. That's the main reason. But yeah, for any transaction, we really need to have a minimum ADA to pay the transaction fees. Minting policies. So when we are minting token, we have policies. This is how it really works behind the scene. Minting policy script. This what we call policy script has the policy ID, token identity, and validation rules. Validation rules will check. We'll explain it down there. Validation rules. What does it really mean in one line? In short, that means you can like say, okay, the total amount I've just mint will no one will like mint again after this initial minting. Or maybe you can say, okay, leave it open. Okay. So anytime we want to mint another amount of another quantity of uh, tokens, we'll just do it later. So we don't need to fix the total supply. That's what we call validation rules. So we have signature. Maybe here we can have maybe multi-sig or just one time constraint. We also have complex logic. So in behind the scene, we don't really see it like this. But yes, you just really need to understand it. This is how the hash looks like. Um, this is just a sample of hash. And again, I won't go through code. You maybe come back again to see, but this code shows how to generate policy with Cardano CLI. Yeah. Time lock policy. I'll come back to this after when we'll be seeing because I did short demo to see how we do mint native token. So again, as I said, I can't come on this code now because it will take a lot of time. I want to spend a lot of time in the demo presentation instead of spending time here in code, in documentation. What I wanted to extend again is just down here. This is how you build you mint. I mean, you mint the transaction. You build the minting transaction. If I can say it like that here, yeah. This is how the steps you use to mint a token, a native token. First of all, you need Cardano node if you want to do it natively in your, like locally in your computer. So you need Cardano node running maybe in mainnet or testnet, depending on how you want to use the token. We'll need Cardano CLI because we'll be like using Cardano CLI to generate keys and to validate and submitting transactions. We'll need, if you're using a testnet, we'll need some test header. You can get some test header in the faucet, Cardano faucet. If you want to get the test header, you just go to the Cardano faucet like this, just here, and you'll get 10,000 T header. It depends. If you want the preview testnet or preprod, I usually use I prefer preprod because it's a version really near mainnet, but it really depends. No big difference between the two. Sorry, well, I was here, yeah. And as I was saying, we'll be using we can use not only, but if you want to do it locally, in this example, we use a local node. So we need to have the Cardano nodes running locally. We'll use Cardano CLI to generate keys. After generating keys, we'll generate addresses, and we'll have the hash. After that, we'll now get the policy ID because, as I said, in the native token, we really need a policy ID. So after creating that this JSON file as policy.json, we'll need to generate now and get the policy ID. After getting the policy ID, now we have done maybe half of the job. Very simple. So now we'll query our UTXOs. Why do we query our UTXOs? We query our UTXOs to have the list of UTXOs. Remember, I said when you are doing a transaction, you use only UTXOs. You spend UTXOs. You don't just say, okay, I just want to send 7 ADA, for example, but I don't know which UTXO to use. In CLI, you really understand what's happening in the browsers or wallet, for example. You just do, okay, I want to send, okay, 10 ADA, for example. But in CLI, you understand that you need to list all UTXOs you have. After listing UTXOs, you need to specify which UTXO you want to use by taking the UTXO hash, plus you add this and you add the index. I think the previous presentation, like which one, dev environment setup, we talked about how to build a transaction. So you can come back to it if you want to understand here how it works. Again, we have this parameter. When we are minting a native token, we need this parameter, which accept you to first specify the address you'll use, plus the total amount of this. This must be the amount of ADA you have in the address. And again, here you need to attach the policy ID and the name of your token. Always the policy ID plus the name of your token. This can be anything. We'll see it in the front end, how it works. So after specifying this, only specify the name and the policy ID. But here now you specify the quantity of this the token. For example, here we have only 1,000, and then we'll attach the script. The script, remember, we saved it in step 2 when we created a policy script. So the parameter, this is the parameter to attach the policy script. After that, we'll change address. Change address, how does it work? As I said, the policy, when we are saying change address, that means when we spend the UTXO, the new UTXO will be attached to this address. Output file, this is the file you'll have as output. It will be mint.raw. Now we've just built the transaction. The transaction is still in local machine. It never, not yet in the on-chain, in blockchain. So after that, now we'll sign the transaction and then we'll submit the transaction. Again, to sign the transaction, we just need to attach the mint, the file created when we build the transaction. We attach it here as body. Then we'll attach our key to sign the transaction, because this step is only to sign the transaction. After that, we'll attach the payment key. We'll attach the policy key we created just up there, and at the end, the output file will be mint dot signed. So the transaction will be, it will now be signed, but not yet again on chain. Only this step, submit, and the role of this last step is only to say, hey, we did everything well. Just we need to now submit it on chain, and that's the very simple. This is a very simple format of transaction in Cardano with Cardano CLI. So the token life cycle. I mean, sorry. Developer, when it comes for minting, we'll have developer, Cardano node, ledger. Again, I have also I think, yes, yeah. This is how it works. When it comes for minting, you'll just build the transaction with mint field. You'll include the policy script as we saw it up there, plus the signature. You'll sign the transaction, the transaction, then validate policy. It will go in the ledger is just like blockchain protocol. when the blockchain protocol will validate using the Cardano node here, it will create tokens in UTXO. So it will create a new UTXO with ADA and that token you just made. And that's all for this step, the step of creating a token. But when it comes for transferring the token, you need to spend that UTXO created here, and then you can consume the full UTXO. As we said, we can't consume, we can't like consume a half of UTXO. So we consume the full UTXO, and then it will create new UTXO at the recipient. So we have new changes with the rest of token you'll have back. Like if you, for example, minted 1,000 1,000 of X token, you'll consume a full UTXO. But if you wanted to only send 200, you'll get a new UTXO with 800 tokens, and that's only how to transfer. But the banning is an action, an opposite action. To create is minting, to ban is to delete, to ban as we are saying. So how does it really work? It's we build the transaction with a negative. So for example, when you are minting a token, if it's positive, it's minting. If it's negative, it's banning with the same process, if you can see with this one. But the only difference is the negative quantity only. So yeah, I can't go through this because this is only code, and transferring token is I just explained that up there, UTXO1 plus UTXO2. It depends. If you have, for example, 10 ADA and the UTXO1 only hold 3 ADA, the UTXO2 hold, for example, the UTXO2 hold 7 ADA. So you want to send, for example, 9 ADA. This is how it works. It will take the two UTXOs. It will do the transaction. It will send to the new address, but then your address will get back a new UTXO, not UTXO1, not UTXO2, but UTXO4. This will be the new state, the new UTXO in your address. Again, this is the how to mint, how to build, and how to ban the transaction. This is the structure of metadata. But now, we have, like, if you want to attach, for example, a logo, if you want to attach a description, if you want to attach, for example, the link of the website, for example, of the UTXO, and decimal, all those information in transaction, you need to have transaction metadata. This is how it works. But now the format, the CIP25 format is only how to attach metadata in a transaction, only that. But now we have two type of metadata format. We have this 25 and the 68 format. This is the very simple and the very common used one. So it just asks you a few information like my token's name, the descriptions, image, metadata type, and maybe file. So very simple. But if you want, for example, to have if you have a lot of metadata, like a lot of links, you want to attach social media, stuff like that. So you'll use the complex one, the advanced, not complex, but advanced one, which is 68, which allow you to do more of, which has a lot of flexibility when it comes from metadata. So the CIP25 is just the way to attach the format to attach metadata, as simple as that. So all those all other stuffs here are just a few explanation of what we've just explained up there. We also have session resources. If you want to go deeper, you understand deeper what I've just said, and to have quite more links. For example, how to build, how to meet with, for example, Mesh.js. You can go to Mesh.js documentation, or other documentation are still there. You can even start with Cardano documentation, docs.cardano.org. You'll have more and deeper information about Cardano native tokens. I think, yeah. So before we move, if you have any question, I'll be happy to answer, because we have a few small presentation on how to really do it in practical. So yes, if you have any question, feel free to ask, and yeah, I'll be happy to answer. Welcome, Bernard. You're muted.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Maybe you can do your practical demo and let's have the questions later. I think this is very important. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll move with the demo. I think, yes. I'll go to the code. Yeah, is this the code? Yes, 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 yes. I hope so. I hope it's still local environment. If you remember last time, and again, this project is open source. You can get it. You can get it in the resources just down here. So the same project we used last time. So it's open if you want to contribute, if you want to clone it, if you want to fork it to make sure that you can test it locally in your computer. Yeah, you just need to go on this repo and fork and test on your end. And again, the project only use, open source APIs, no paid APIs, nothing to pay. You just need to go and get some APIs key from, for example, Koios and stuffs like Blockforce. So yeah, let me come back, disconnect my wallet. And again, this project is only in pre-prod. I forced it to be in pre-prod, so no one will just use his mainnet either. Okay. Hide this here. Okay. Again, I'll have my wallet in pre-prod. I have a lot of pre-prod ADA. So I'll just connect my Lace wallet. Very simple. Yeah, we have our balance and list of all tokens we have. But again, remember, ADA is a native Cardano native token. So yes, we will still have it here, but other tokens was I minted when I was testing. Yeah. So we added new menu here, native tokens. You are able to like mint and ban here. And again, we have a lot of platforms which allows you to mint and ban native tokens. You can go if you want to mint your own token. For example, me, I have a lot of tokens. I just try to test them. And native token, you can really use it in different ways. So to mint a token, it's very simple. I've just pre-filled a few informations as a test. But again, we can go with, for example, we said we want to mint a token for DevX sessions. Dev sessions is name, DevX sessions, or I can say just DevX demo token, demo token. You don't need this. You can just say demo like this. Or if you guys want to mint anything, you let me know. But let me just go with this. Okay. For this one, we'll just say, okay, the symbol of our token will be dev X, like this. I want to specify demo to make sure that, so we'll have, someone have an idea. Dev devx. Let me do it like this. Devx demo. That's quite long. Let me just leave it like devx. Yeah. Devx. C devx. Cardano's devx. Okay. C devx. Demonstrator Cardano. Okay. Devx showcase. Okay. Good. The quantity. I usually ask people to give me a quantity, so it's not like something I did before and just I'm trying to to manipulate. So can someone give me any quantity we want to mint?
70,000.
How much?
70,000.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we use units, it means that this will be the total amount. If we say Lovelace, we need to add the 6 is the 0 because 6 0 after, because a Lovelace means that we still have the 6 0 behind. But let's use units, so we'll meet exactly 70. So decimal, this one means, so you can send up to you have 6 digit after the comma. That's what it means. But usually we usually use 6. It's still okay. You can use 2, 1. 6 is the standard. Yeah. This is what it means exactly. So no lock or lock time policy. As I said, lock time policy, we even have a small explanation here, always open for minting and banning. But time lock policy, this it's only one time. After that time, you can't mint or you can't ban after. But let's keep this one. Let's keep this one here. So we have metadatas. We can have website. We'll have devx dot intersect and bu like this .org. Just remove all others. I'll attach the logo. Do we have a logo? I don't know. Yeah, I'll use this one. Yeah, I hope it will work. Now again, for image, you don't just upload your image in, for example, AWS. Yeah, you can do that, but it's not good way because we are in the Web3 space. You need to have a very small version of the image. So if you want to use a good platform, you can use Lightweight. It's a decentralized. It's like AWS, but in the decentralized way. So it's like you decentralize your file. So what it does, it first upload the token, the image in this platform. So again, after that, it will attach the link. Let's try. I hope that it will work. It first uploads that. Now it asks me to sign before signing. Now we see that, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. And it's required to sign with this will be the transaction fee. But again, we can see addresses, owner, we can see 2. It will come back to me. That's what I did in background. The image doesn't display yet because it takes time, few seconds, sometimes even few minutes to refresh and get those images. We have transaction metadata. This I talked to you. Metadata. This is the 25 format, the simple one. We don't have a lot of information in the transaction. This is the hash, the policy hash. This is the policy name, the asset name. This is how it looks. It doesn't like when it comes for name in the blockchain. You'll not see this. you will not see really this. Yeah, in the front end, you can see something like this, but this is the name. But let me just, and again, you can see this is only the metadata, only, but the real asset, only the two here, policy and the name. Yes, I don't know. There is a question.
Yeah, no, it's not a question. It's like we are not seeing the screen you're explaining. So
Okay, yeah, okay, I understand because it's my wallet. Yes. How can I show it? Tuck. Can you see this?
yeah.
Not?
Yes.
Okay. So as I was saying, this is how it comes. Transaction metadata. It contains the transaction, the policy hash plus the name, the policy ID plus the name. This is how the name looks like. It doesn't really take. This is only metadata. It's just a metadata. The 60, the CIP 25, but the real asset informations are only the two here: the hash and the name, the policy ID and the name. Others are just transaction metadata. So I'll confirm. I don't even remember my password. Let me look for it. Hope that I'll get it very quickly. Where is it? Where is my wallet address? Wallet password. Okay, just I got it. Yeah. Now I'll just close this. You can see that the transaction was minted. The mint token was minted, but it will take like a few seconds to refresh. Yeah, already we have it here. You see it very well. You can see on chain. You can see DevX demo. We can go on chain to see if it appears in the pre-prod. Yes, we got our token. So this is how we mint the token. Let me come and see something. The policy ID, as I showed you, the script, the pub key hash. I want to check something. Assets. Those are assets in my wallet, but I'm still looking for something. Okay. It looks like it's showing something else. Let me refresh. Okay, tokens. Let me copy Cardano. Explorer. So we'll check if everything is okay on chain. Yeah, I can use this one. Yes. Okay. I'm in mainnet, so I need to switch in pre-prod. Yeah. Let me check. Yes, we have it here. Owner. Okay. Mint. We have this. It says 70 billions because it add the Lovelace, but the real quantity to send it only 70,000. Yeah. So we can even check it in the wallet as well. We can see we have the DevX. If someone has a pre-prod wallet, I can even share to you guys something so you can like test on your end. From here, I can now send the token. How can I just send it? Just to attach the token and to add the address wallet. If someone has an address, the testnet address, I can just send you even a few tokens so you see how it really works. But again, if you have any question, that feel free to now ask. Again, the project is open source and we'll have it online maybe by tomorrow. But if you want, you can work, you can test on your end, you can even contribute. It's open to the ecosystem. We are using it for the sample, as a sample in our sessions. Yeah. Thank you very much. And I'm happy to answer any question. Yeah. Thank you, Bernard, to share the link.
You can verify it is correct. You can verify if it is correct.
Yes, it's correct. Correct.
All right.
I've
Thank you
just
so much.
opened it. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Meshach have just sent the test address. So let me share again my screen so we see if it works. If you receive the token. You can see my screen? You can still see my screen? Okay, okay. I'll come back here. I'll just use my Lace wallet. Can you see my Lace wallet as well? Yeah, okay. So I'll just select, I can even just send here from here. I'll just paste your address and I'll attach any token here. And I'll send you how much you want. I'm the boss now. Okay.
I wanted the half.
Oh, okay. Like 35, because I need to add the Loveless here. So something like you want, okay, yeah, you want the half. I can just confirm. Sorry, I need to start again. Back to tokens. Yeah. Okay, sorry, guys. Let me start again. Send, add tokens. This one, I'll add 35 billions. Yes. Yeah. Address. Sorry. Let me just now. The tricky stuff is to. Okay. I'll just do this. My password is quite long, so I don't want to write it. Like this. Okay. Do address. The transaction, confirm, and my address is long. It's quite long. Okay. You see, I protect even my pre-prod tokens. Okay. Now, maybe after 10 or 15 seconds, you just check on your end, you'll see that you've received some tokens. And now, with this sample, we can realize that this is a real token. This is a real asset, and we can do any transaction. We can do anything with it in the on chain. I mean, yeah. Yes. Thank you, Meshach. You can confirm it's pro if you receive something.
I'll confirm. Not yet, but I'll confirm once I receive it.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. So, any question about native tokens? And again, you can like even come back anytime, if you are in the Discord channel, you can reach out. We also have, let me share my screen so I show you how you can reach out. You can mostly, we are active in the Discord channel, but again, if you still want to reach out even without by one-to-one call, we have our well, in the GitHub repo, we have our calendars. Just here, if you want to book any call with me, you can just doing it by scheduling a call here. You can schedule with any of the four, or Uche, Emmanuel, or me, or Aaron, anyone. It depend on you. So again, you can even come and ask your question just directly here by going here in issues and new issue. I think you can go with blank. You can go with blank issue, so you can ask any question. You can just read the title and ask any question. We'll be happy to answer. Yes. Any question about native tokens? Okay. Okay, it's Pro. You've just shared the link.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's I've just added a link there. It's about native tokens. That's an article I published recently talking about native tokens. So guys, feel free. If you have other questions that you cannot directly answer, you can just read those of the articles. Many things that Dan have said here in this meeting are in that article and well detailed also. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's Pro for that. I'll go through it. Yes, Bernard.
Yeah. Those who were having problems with the creating of off-chain to run and deploy their smart contract. I think your example now helps. Even the other one, I see that, okay, they take your code, they look at how you used it, and then they can improve on it. And if they have a problem, there's the issues there. See, for me, I am a practical person. I can't bring in here 50, 60 people. Then when I check your work, GitHub report, there are no stars, there are no forks. So then I ask myself, why are these numbers? How are you benefiting if you are not practicing what you are taught? And number two, you are failing there. Some are going to fail. Okay, the pass rate at EPU was very high. I'm happy with that. But you can't drop and say it's difficult when they are giving us things to use. They are explaining Cardano, UTXO, CLI, transaction building, signing, and they are even sharing their source code. You might feel like what you are doing is not important. But if you can see on our day-to-day meetings what they are struggling with, but you are helping them there. The other problem I will ask you to be patient with is this time clashes with the EPU session. Right now, others are on EPU training for until 7:30, I think. But what about those that are not? I don't know if the same session also runs on Tuesday or it's a different session. How are they?
It's usually we have the same calendar. We have the same sessions, but we have the same topics, but not exactly the same session. So in the evening session, for example, we can have this native second, but the same token, the same session in the mornings. In the morning session will be like something different, but same topic. So we only have in our calendar the topic, but it really depends on the who is presenting on what he want to present. But again, if you want, we can go. We can still take. If you see, for example, a specific session you want me to represent to a team or a community, another community, yeah, I'm happy to come back again and present. We can schedule a call together and see if we
Yeah,
can go
yeah.
deeper, or we can reschedule the same call with other communities.
Yeah, I think we need to have a way where we can measure productivity, because I don't want to waste your time. I go to all different groups. I've got about 28 different social media groups, because one of the things they like about the program is you guys coming to even extend it. Second one is the EPU certification. So then the problem now is I don't see practice from my students. The question now is, you might feel discouraged sometimes, but if, let's say, all of them were putting into practice what you were doing, you will even be more happy and even get into more difficult things. So
what if we just adjust our call? I can talk to text, so we can like have a we can adjust a call, so we'll have a time where and other teams, other communities can join at the same time. So if we have like a conflict of calendar, we can just look for a specific time where we'll have the two communities or people in the same call. So yeah, we can still adjust.
yeah,
We'll be even
because
happy to
by
have
the
those
end of
people on board.
2026, let's say by the end of 2026, at least let's have 50 of our developers contributing effectively on Intersect repositories there. Now, if you are saying, all right, Bluetooth repositories are difficult, Cardano is difficult, go and fork Dennis app, improve it, do a pull request. You get my point? And then from there, grow out of it from there. Rather than
Exactly.
I go there now, I only see 4 stars. So, but even last time before, there was I think a 2 weeks practical thing. Go and do this and do this and report to us. So I think it would be very nice, because if we can say, all right, our developer advocates have managed to get us, have a skills transfer on the Intersect actual repos, and then you grow there. There is maintain and retain after some years. There must be transfer of skills. Otherwise, what is going to happen from my side? If I don't see a lot of practical output out of what you are giving us, then it means we have to add something else.
Yeah.
Rather than numbers
Yes.
like that. It is
Exactly.
very nice. You know what? A lot of students were struggling with the off-chain part. Okay. And I canceled out showing me or explaining your source code. Build up something like that. This is a professional, nice interface. Don't know how to do it, go and get his source code. Don't understand it, they engage with him. There is a calendar, or via me or whatever, because I'm too busy.
Exactly.
Yes. I don't know those that are here, but I know there is a clash always, this time with the other time. But I want you to know what you are contributing now as developer advocates is very inclusive. I know there are some developers on other areas like Kimberlabs who already know this stuff. But a large of my communities as such, they are still struggling there with the transaction balancing and the building up of chain and the simple things like this.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, your team. I think it's a very wonderful program. Put a lot of effort in it. Thank you so much. let's just
Yeah.
push. I mean, we need a lot of developers. If you look at the Cardano roadmap, they put in that live check on the developers for the ZT Leos or whatever. Now, in which country are developers contributing straight to the Cardano? I was frustrated to zero in Africa.
Yeah.
But we can be here for 2 years, 3 years doing all these things. Then what are we going to say if some of you are not going to be part of the core main infrastructure developers? For me, I think this is what we have to aim for. So thanks for those who attended. Let's get others, especially those that are now certified. You need to be more practical.
Exactly.
We can do that. That would be awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bernard. I think you've highlighted a very good point of people who don't really want to practice. In this stuff, even for developers, you can't call yourself developer without practicing. I usually ask people to practice, go, take, see, try. That's how we really learn. What I present here is just a very small thing you can learn from cloning a project or forking a project, open it, run it on your end, see how the process are running behind the scene. That's how we really learn. And that's what, even if you notice, most of my sessions, I usually go with samples, because when I'm talking about native tokens, you don't really understand. But when you test, and even myself, I learn by presenting. When I knew how for example, native tokens works. I created my first native token maybe in 2023, I think. But now I really even understand better and better on how to mint the native token. Even few very good concepts in that. Now it's very easier for me to even explain and even work on something which request knowledge of native tokens. That's only how to understand and to learn more. That's even why I open that project to anyone who want to go and open the project, even take the code. It's open, so you just go and open, see how the project. It's a very simple structure. And that helps you to not have a node on your end, because most of people doesn't really want to run the node on their end. That's why even I wanted to use APIs, open APIs like Koios or like Blockfrost, and we'll go deeper with that project by integrating smart contract, many stuff. So the project will be growing, and we'll have it as a sample learning project repo. And again, thank you, Bernard. I think we need to catch up with you. Maybe a day we'll have a call. So in this week or next week, so we can schedule.
Cool, definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bernard, and thank you, everyone. We have Bernard. I don't know if you know, we have a survey going on, Cardano developer survey. You heard about? We have
need a link so that they all feel it.
Exactly.
Survey for developers. The other thing you need to know, January, February, all our colleges here in South Africa are closed. South Africa is about 300 there, so they are all closed now. They will open mid to end of February. So that is why you might see a lower turnout, because these are other from Nigeria areas there, but the bulk of South African universities are closed. They are not in town. So so you might see from end of February, March, a lot of new students. And then it's important you send us the link to that developer survey. I'll send it to all facilitators too.
Just a few seconds.
I saw another one Prefina was sending around. but it was in French.
Okay, this one, we have 5 languages. We have French, English, Spanish, uh, Chinese, and
Yeah, I think
Portuguese.
this one, but it
This-
was in French.
This
Okay,
one is in English now. So yeah.
all right. They were already
also-
circulating this. Thanks, Prefina. I saw Prefina circulating this, but we'll circulate the English one also. Thank you.
Exactly. That would be nice. Thank you, Bernard. Thank you, everyone. And again,
Thank
feel free to reach out in Discord or schedule a one-to-one call. We'll be happy to help you
Yeah,
to
sure.
discuss and to understand what are the issues. Thank you. See you.
Thank you so
I'll be
much.
the last to leave the call. Thank you, guys. I think we extended the call, so I'll be the last to leave the call. If you want to discuss anything, I'm still there, but we are at the end of our today's session. Thank you very much for participating, and again, we stay available. If you're in the Discord, we are always connected in the Discord, so reach out or even schedule a call. Thank you, guys. Boris and Sami, are you there?